loaded for quite a few days going in this. Just heading up. Got about 60 pounds in the pack with rifle and raft and oars and all the things. It's not super light, but it's not bad. We got enough food for a week here. We're just scurrying up this creek bed, and it's a little rough. We can't really see a whole lot from in here, but I think we're gonna dump our packs down to the bottom, climb up this trail or this ridge, get a better vantage. Looks like there's a kind of a perch up here. We can see both sides of the creek and up in this drainage. Looks nice and green up there, so. We're starting to climb up the hill here, and we're really pretty low elevation. I think we're down around 2,200 feet. We're looking up, we're climbing up. There's green quite a ways up the hill, but it looks really good. There's a lot of nice salad on the mountain, so we got a really sweet basin behind us here, and we can kind of see across the creek on this side as well. And it seems like we should see a bear at any time in this area. It looks really good. There's just a lot of brush, so they could be tucked away pretty easily. But country itself, this is the first time laying eyes on it. Looks really, really good. Just like it looked on Google Earth. It just feels like we should be seeing a lot of bears, and I'm sure we will. All right, so this trip we've got myself, Brian Call, we got Brad Hunt, and we got Adam Weatherby. Adam's down here glassing the hill right below us, and we've got some tags to fill. So
it's a beautiful spring day. It's a perfect day to be bear hunting. Some good guys. I'm finally excited to be out with Brian and Ryan and now Brad. Super pumped. Couldn't be better weather. Just had a bunch of storms. Water's flowing, grass is starting to grow, we got a lot of weight on our backs. It's bear hunting, so super pumped.
Look at that waterfall, man.
The waterfall's amazing. Yeah, we didn't even know there was water up this draw, so filled up the stinking bladders and then came up there, and man, it's just beautiful.
Just flicking ticks. This one I just pulled off my belly. That's like 3 or 4. It's not too bad so far, but
we sat here and glassed all dang day, and no bears. So move over here to Ryan and Adam and get the tent set up and go to bed.
Well, we've been glassing here all day, waiting, hoping something come out. We saw quite a bit of deer in the basin right here, and that was good. Kind of waiting for a bear to pop out here at last light, but didn't happen. Glassed it pretty good. You know, bears don't really hide actively. Doesn't mean there's not one just moving around, but in the thick. But usually bears are moving around, kicking rocks, you know, eating. They'll poke in and out. You see a bear in a basin, he typically wanders all around inside that basin. You know, if it's timbered, of course, you're not always going to see him. And in the heat of the day, they often bed up for a while before they come back out. But when we got up here, it was still pretty cool this morning as we glassed in, and we might go 3-4 days and not see anything. Happens sometimes, especially for bears, but it just takes one. So hopefully we'll get on something tomorrow. Be cool to see the first bear of the season. But Pretty slow day today, which is probably good because it's the first day. Put on some elevation though. I mean, we climbed from the bottom down there, you know. We climbed from all the way at the bottom. It was only like 2,500 feet that we climbed, but it's just 2,500 feet and like almost straight up.
Long day. The days are just gonna get longer, and the grass is hopefully gonna get greener.
I know.
So,
Well, it's morning, day 2. We're perched up here pretty high. Not all the way to the top, but we gave it a good solid day. Checking, we'll glass a little bit more this morning before we climb down, but we have a destination that's pretty far back in here that we plan to get to. But we just didn't want to blow past this spot. It looked pretty good too. But we checked it out. We might see something this morning, but right now we're just gonna get a little breakfast, chill out a little bit, and then glass, and then head on down. We got our little teepee set up here. Brad and I crashed right here, and then we had Adam and Ryan slept down the hill a little bit from us. But yeah, you can see where we camped right here. Got Ryan down here. Adam. Bit of a slope. We're both sleeping a little bit on the hill, but it was flat enough to pull the teepees off. We had to excavate some beds a little bit, kick out some beds. It wasn't too bad. Yeah. Little air conditioning. Wow. That's cool. That's pretty cool. This does feel a little like it might fall down on top of you though. Has a slightly sketchy feel. Yep. Like barely on that little tiny rock. Makes me a little nervous. But man, this feels nice. It's a little cold now. I need to get back in the sunshine.
Well, decided to do some elevation gain on this side hill. We're just kind of climbing, and it's hot. It's a hot part of the day, and came across this waterfall. I think everybody enjoyed themselves in this little shady spot right here because it was hot out there. So refilling on the water, and we're going to start grinding up the mountain again. Am I goofing it up?
All right. It's just pretty nice. It's like 30 degrees colder right here.
Well, first bear spotted. We just bebopped up from our little waterfall there. Just cruising along this side hill. I looked over and just picked up an obvious jet black. He's about 600 yards away. I saw him for a few seconds, and then he just kind of got into this creek bed. He's just in a bunch of timber. Can't quite see him right now, but he didn't look like a giant tank, and he didn't look small. Looked like kind of that mid-range type bear, but we're gonna watch until we see him again. Right now he's just buried in it. So that's good news. It's exciting. First bear of the trip.
Walking on a log, it's going to be higher than where you've seen it before. He's walking on a log that's going about like, to the direction of 1 o'clock. There's a log like, on the ground, slanted. Just hopped off the log.
We're trying to size up this bear. He's just scarfing down some salad right now. We're torn between medium plus to large. He's looks a little better now that I got the spotter on him. So he's not a small bear. Problem is, he just keeps climbing.
Yeah, he's going the
going
wrong way.
Further away from us, and he's already at about what 670. 7?
About almost 690.
690. Yeah, good bear though, actually. Oh, but we are in a spot here where, what was our angle? We got a 29 degree angle down to the water. And there's not an easy way to get down to the water. And then we'd have to raft across the water. And then we'd have to climb up that hill to try to get on him and relocate him. So it's not an ideal spot. We might just be watching this bear for fun. Try to find another one where we've got an actual play on.
Yeah, he's looking through the lens. He's a pretty good bear. He's got some good hams on him. He's kind of feeding up that draw, but man.
Yeah, he's got some cheeks on him, doesn't he? Yeah, he's a good bear. A good bear in a bad spot. We're gonna keep our eyes on him, see if he gives us an opportunity. Nice brown muzzle.
He's still climbing.
That's just too far of a poke for us.
That bear, we're just keeping an eye on him, relocating a little bit further down the trail because he does appear to be walking kind of down at an angle this direction, and he might come within rifle range on this side of the canyon and we can shoot across, but it's hard to tell. We'll have to wait and see. But he's wandering all over. It's a bit risky for us to pop over there or attempt to cross the river, get to the other side. I mean, yeah, he might still be there. Then he could also be all the way over here. So we're just trying to keep an eye on him where we can see him. Maybe if he lays down for a while or something, I feel like we could get over there and get in range. But he's a nice bear. Just got to get closer. Get within striking distance. If he drops down the hill about 200 or 300 yards, he'll be within rifle range. A good 300-yard shot.
All right, I got him at about 500. He's just kind of grazing broadside from left to right. Be cool to see if he comes down a little bit, but he's out in a clearing right at about 500. Yeah, we got a wind coming right to left, probably about 10 miles an hour.
Pretty done.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a big bear. I've actually never shot a big bear, but bears are so hard to judge. But from what we can all tell, it's an old bear, that's for sure. And as I always say, if it gets you excited, it's got me excited. All right, well, we're still watching this bear. He's bigger than we thought. When we first pulled up, he looked like kind of a medium-sized bear, but as we've been able to watch him, see his swagger, really see him squared up to us, I think we've concluded he's a big bear. He's a great bear, so hoping he gets a little tighter. If he keeps coming the direction he has been, we'll get a nice close shot, but I think we got a shot at this bear.
All right, we're making a play on this bear. He's all the way on the other side. We saw him go into a dark cut, and we're just gonna do our best to cross this river, get to the other side, and climb up there and find him. Game is on.
was right here. He might have laid down. If he did, he's 50 yards from us. Either that or he just went up and over a little bit. Because he was right there when I saw him. 40 yards from where we are now. Maybe he slipped up and over. Laying down right there. Probably just doing what bears do. He just got up and went around the corner. Yeah. He was right in this brush and he was going left to right. So he could just be. If we could get over on this ridge without being too noisy in this brush. I think I'm getting dive bombed by bugs. Disappeared. That wind is bad right now. Crazy. It was right there. Not a care in the world. Oh boy. Well, we thought we had that when we were nice and close. 100 yards. He had no idea we were there that we knew of. Just feeding in the grass. We got set. Poked our head up, and he was gone. No idea where he went. Whether he caught wind somehow, the wind was pretty good. Really good. Or he dumped into this nasty hellhole for no good reason. I don't know. But I thought that one was a done deal. We were so close. And we came from over there, all the way down, rafted across, all the way up here. And we got right on him. But he's gone. When I saw him, I came over. He was stopped, just sitting there, eating grass. Then he moved a little bit to the right and went back to eating grass. Then we kind of ducked down, got ready, popped back up, and he was gone. Expected to see him, but he was on a perfect little bench. Looks like he's been living there for a long time. He's got old scat, fresh scat. It's about one of the only flat spots up here, somewhat flat. And he was eating grass right there, and then he was kind of going this way. A little bit. He'd feed, take a few steps, head down, feed right there. He would have had to have gone back and straight up. But
This would probably be the most likely.
yeah, like right here, right where we were. And this is where all the green is, so I don't even know why you would go that way. Unless somehow
Unless he feels more safe bedded at night in the timber.
possibly. Or a drift came up here that we didn't see or feel. We got him, but gosh, I don't feel like he winded us. We're just not seeing him. There's a lot of tracks, fresh tracks here. They're avoiding our eyeballs. Such a good stalk. Nice, tight, close shot.
It's a 39-degree angle we measured one of those levels.
39 degrees. I think he disappeared in a hole. Like a Kawada Monday.
Probably just laid down and he's right here in front of us. We didn't even see it.
He's just laying down flat.
He could have smelled us, but we often think that. And then the next day or an hour later, they're right where we saw them. We're like, where the heck were they? They were right under our nose the whole time.
Maybe he'll come tickle our feet tonight. We'll get a night shot.
My life is sore. My whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't come in and eat us last night. Vans were in his home. But I don't know, we got a lot to look at from here. We should have him hanging in a tree right here.
Another little friend slept with me last night. Spiders, snakes, like I hate snakes, but I absolutely hate ticks. Hate them. I had one crawl in my nose last night when I was sleeping, and I blew. So I turned on the flashlight, and when I grabbed him off my mustache, I didn't sleep pretty much the rest of the night. So,
Well, we're getting out of here. We're gonna go find a bear up the mountain.
oh really? It's always up the mountain. It's a good day to find a bear up the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have to hike up
Mm-hmm.
when we kill it. It's all hiking down.
Nope. This is like bear paradise right here. Nutrition.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It says it's recommended by Men's Health, which I know you're a frequent subscriber. So.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Last we saw that bear, he went right over this. That's where we saw him last. Kind of looked like he went right into this. God, at least that's what we think. Who knows? Little Houdini. We literally looked at him. Took about 1 minute to take our backs off, lean out, and he was gone again.
Alright, so we've all just been sitting here snacking, glassing for bears. We're just above where we saw that bear last night, and he disappeared. And we heard a couple of wolves. First I thought it was the trees because the wind has picked up pretty good, and the trees around us are whipping. It kind of whistles. And Brian and Brad swore they heard one. And then another one piped off, and a couple more times. And the last time it sounded like it's right up here. So we're gonna sit down, get set up. Hopefully they come down this ridge. But there's a lot of elk all over this ridge here. We've been seeing birds flying around this top, so maybe they got something dead up here, but they're definitely like just right above us. So I threaded the needle and got a good shot. Yes. Well, that was unexpected. I can see half of his chest. And I would have had to really thread next to that. And then it looked like he was going. So he was kind of on the move. Slowed down a little bit. I took it. That's better than a bear.
Dude.
How often do you see that?
No.
Or get a chance at that? A few bears, and this is my first wolf, so. Whew. Well, that couldn't have went any better.
No.
Big old white thing just came running.
It made it worth the trip across the river.
Right over that log, yeah. Yeah. Our little miscue with our bear last night just made it worth the stay. Yeah, it's like he just came down and wanted to look down here. Like sit and look down here. Check it out and then go back up.
Dude, he was white.
Yeah, solid white.
When I heard that wolf, I was like, and then when they howled,
There's
multiple times.
there was at least 2 or 3
Yeah.
that different howls.
When that happened, he sounded closer than he did the first couple.
Yeah, he sounded right on the top.
It's almost like
Right
they
where
were
those
howling
rocks were.
because of the trees howling. I heard the wind going, ooh, and then next thing you know, you hear wolves in the mix. It's
Could have
pretty
been.
eerie.
Could have been. I think another half second I wouldn't have got that shot.
I was glad he took it. I was like,
I was this close when he was sitting down. But it was like, I'm gonna rip. It's just a tight little
window.
Yeah, they're so skinny.
I was looking in between right over here, and I had his whole chest.
Did you?
Yeah. But I figured with those trees, you probably didn't.
Yeah. I could see his head would kind of come off to the left of it a little bit. But most of his body was a big black pole.
Well, Ryan, how do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good.
Your trip.
feel real
This made
good.
your trip, didn't it?
Yeah, I just made my trip.
Is this your first wolf?
Yeah. The only thing better than what just happened is if another one just decides to come check out where that one went.
I know.
Comes over that rock.
Crazy.
It's quite a bear hunt.
It's quite the bear hunt, isn't it?
So stoked for you, man.
Oh, man. And I don't think we buggered up our spot any at all. We might still pluck a bear off this hill.
Yeah. That'd make it worth the while over here for sure.
Yeah. See, that bear's lived on this trail for a while. He's left some lily pad tracks. Yeah. Whew. Something dead right here. Oh, looks like they killed something right here. Some death. Oof. Wow, that's bad. Yeah. Ah, that bear has been all over this thing too. Oh, that's bad. Oh, wow. Oh, he's beauty.
That looks like a male.
He's got a tag too.
A male, right?
He's not as skinny as I thought.
No.
Look at the coat on that thing, man. Holy cow. Oh. I have to fall right next to the rotting dead carcass. Oh, gosh. That is a big, big dog. Look at the feet. Look at the feet on this thing. I've got big hands. Look at that.
It is kind of white. You know?
Yeah. Wow.
Look at that, Adam. The feet. Look at that. This is a lot bigger than my dog's. That's a big pad. It's a big dog. Oh, jeez. Wow, look at that, Brian. That does look like a big old male.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, he's heavy. Really heavy. Yeah, that's a big old male. I think, he looked, when I said he came over this log, he looked pretty big. Like you could see his tail bushed out. And then when he sat, and he just sat down looking straight down at us, he just looked real skinny. But he's not skinny. Didn't expect to get one of those in here. Oh, man. It's going to be a big hide.
There's your hole.
Yep.
Not bad on the walk.
Not bad. It was quartering a little bit this way, too.
I want to see the teeth on this thing.
Oh, yes, it did.
Tuck that tongue away.
Look at the size of that.
Oh, jeez. That looks like a werewolf.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow, Ryan. Heck yeah. You just get yourself out here in these places and you never...
Just never know what you're going to see. Yep.
Seems like every trip we go on in places like this, incredible stuff happens.
Yeah. Just find cool stuff. He's wolf number 60. It's 9 or I'm guessing 60.
Okay.
I'd enjoy this more not smelling rotten elk. Well, I'll just take him straight down the gut here. It's heavy. It's heavy. Just a massive head on this thing. Man.
Crazy.
This close to being out of our life. It almost got past us. Number 60.
I wonder how many hunters have been up on this hill.
I'm guessing not many. You think?
These wolves have not been seeing the likes.
No. I'm just guessing so few would put in the work to cross that river and hike up here. They don't bring rafts up here, they're just not making it.
Yep.
So, it's a big dog. Big dog.
They travel a long way though. So, I mean, it's not like they haven't been down by the mouth or further. Dude, I can't get over this. Right here, he's got that broken canine on his side.
Little lockjaw.
Elk eaters.
Yeah. noggin when you pull the head up.
I know.
Just
His
so
head is,
big.
he's all head, you know? Yeah, you just wonder if that was the old alpha
Yeah.
to the pack, you know?
Well, by itself, they were howling, so.
They don't have a lot of extra meat on their bones.
Mm-mm.
Because
No, once you get them skinned out, I mean,
Their mouths are mean, huh?
they gotta run.
remember we saw that carcass and guy shot a white one, the spot me and Brian were at. And the carcass was nothing.
Yeah, they're all legs, feet, and head,
Mm-hmm.
and some fur.
And tail.
Pick that head up again. How'd that feel?
Heavy. Heavy. Okay. Well, we actually just got back down to where we slept last night on this knob where the bear we saw yesterday was. And we've lost that bear that we saw yesterday, but we just sat down and I've been looking at this spot up here and there's a nice saddle, green grass, chartreuse grass. And just look to the right of it and there's just a giant bear up there. He's one of those bears where you roll your binos across and you immediately know he's huge. From here he looks like he's just got a tiny little head, but just a huge body. And he just flopped over, bedded right out in the open. Took a little snooze, now he's walking left to right. There's a little timber patch up there, but he's 1,500 yards out.
1,550.
And he's just a tank of a bear. It's like another jet black. He's a slow mover. That guy, he's got all the swagger in the world up there. Just really slow, methodical movements. But we've only seen 2 bears and they've both been good. But this one looks like a XL, I'd say.
It's a good bear. I don't want to overpromise. I'm going to say large to extra large.
Large to extra large.
Promise over.
There you go. Well, what's above XL? Magnum?
He's out of breath standing on the log for the
Is he
last
just-
1 minute.
He's just too tired.
Too tired.
He just looks like he's moving so slow. He just flopped over in the grass.
Between his feet and the bottom of his gut. Just like, not that much, but he's just...
So, we're so far away and we have, I don't know, well over 1,000 feet of vertical to drop into the river. We got a raft across, hike up another 1,500 feet, do our stuff. And so this is a bear that we'll make a play on tomorrow. And we got to gain another, 2,000, 2,500 feet up there to get to him at least.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain in the morning too.
And we got rain coming in, so it's going to be a wet one. But that's the bear that we're going to go for tomorrow. If we're not just getting pounded with weather. But he's not going to be easy to get to. He's way up there.
How you feeling, Adam?
Like a rock star. Let's do it again, Brian.
Let's do it again,
Oh
Brian.
man, it's so. Here's what you do. Here's what these guys do. If you ever want to hunt with these guys, think 5 times. So they spot bears over there, and then it's about 30 to 40 degrees down for 7,933,000 million feet. And then you go across a river that rises by the minute. So then when you come back, you don't know if death is if it's your day. But it's fine because Brian Call is paddling, so you're totally safe. And then you go up there, and then when you get up there and you don't find something, then you go back down, and then the river's feet fuller, and then you hike back up here. And then in the morning, we'll probably see a bear there. So it's kind of like this. If you just like this. So it's super fun. I highly recommend it. Rate it on Yelp.
That sums it up, though.
You
Nailed it, right?
I didn't know the comic version.
You're impressed. You've impressed me. I was just telling these guys, I'm like, Adam's an animal. A lot of guys would have been broken day 1 or 2.
I'm broken. I just operate. I know. I've learned how to operate broke.
I like the attitude at least.
So, no, you
Right?
gotta have a good attitude.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, tomorrow morning, I expect an omelet bar in bed with Ryan's dehydrated eggs.
I think Ryan has some
maybe-
breakfast
Maybe
eggs
some
scrambled.
wolf. Maybe some wolf. The good news is there's no ticks out, though, so that's the good news. Mm-hmm.
It's chilly.
Yeah.
Chilly.
Yeah, and it's very cold. Brr. Yeah. Dude, I got to the
you
top
were
of
saying we should sleep on that rock ledge?
No, what I was saying was, I think you probably would. I probably would. It's gently sloped with probably a 30-foot face on the other side. But
yeah, we basically went down there and then all the way up there.
Brian and I went to the top today. While these guys were skinning a wolf, we went to look for bears,
Yep.
Super fun. So anyways, wolf omelets in the morning, guys.
What do you think about tomorrow? Because tomorrow is looking good.
Yeah, it is, because guess where the bear is? Yeah. On the top. But it's on this side. And it was a big bear. So I'm feeling pretty good. As long as I get my omelet, I'll be good to go. Maybe a little mimosa or something like that. In bed, what do you say, Ryan?
I got you. Yeah, I can cover you on the eggs anyway.
All right, let's set up this camp. All right, folks, thanks for watching this week's video. We hope you really enjoyed it. We worked really hard to put it together, and we have, we're going to try to produce a film every Sunday for the next, until September, which is a little bit aggressive, and
That's the goal.
Brent may not be able to do it.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
We're slaving away, but we have a lot of things going on. But yeah, our goal is to produce a film every Sunday until September. We have a backlog of footage. So yeah, but this one was a little bit long. So if you endured to the end, thank you. We really thank you. And we hope it was entertaining throughout. But it was a bit long for sure. And don't expect close to hour-long films on every
coming forward. Yeah.
20, 25 minutes, that's generally our bread and butter.
That's
but
the sweet
sometimes
spot.
40. Lampers thinks the longer the better, no matter what. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in and supporting the work that we're doing. And we're going to do a giveaway. We want to thank everybody through some giveaways. If you leave a comment on today's video, leave a comment, share the video. But if you leave a comment, helps us with those YouTube algorithms. And we're going to give away a set of trekking poles and gaiters from Peaks. So leave a comment. You're entered to win. We'll pick a winner, and we'll announce it next Sunday when we drop next week's film. And we're also doing a giveaway for Instagram. Share on Instagram, and we're going to give away a pair of Graxaw boot dryers. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't seen those, they're packable, portable boot dryers. Plug right into a portable USB charger, like a Dark Energy, and they dry out your boots with a little fan.
They're only a couple ounces.
Yeah, don't use hardly any power. I've talked about them many times, so check out our podcast if you are gear stuff. But you're going to like them. So share the film on your Instagram, and we will pick a winner from there as well. Just tag Brian Call and Stealthy Hunter, Brian_Call, Stealthy Hunter, and yeah, we're gonna pick a winner next week and give away a Graxaw boot dryer. And then We're also going to give away an initial ascent backpack, like the one I was using in this hunt. It's a pretty sweet pack, and we're going to give that away to some lucky winner who has joined up on the Gritty Stealthy community at locals.com and become a supporter. And for those of you that don't know, we started a platform over there. It's kind of like a private social media group, but we also put all of our content there commercial free, plus exclusive content that's for supporters only. It's $5.88 a month if you join up and do a subscription, and it's like $70 for the year, or $5.88 a month if you sign up on the annual. You get 1 month free. That's why it's a little less. Otherwise, it's $7 a month if you want to try it once. But it's pretty cool. The community over there is growing, and it's a great place to go, especially with the way social media can be nowadays. It's a tight-knit community, and Lampers and myself engage on that Gritty Stealthy community quite a bit, and we're going to continue to ramp that up. But you can find exclusive podcasts over there, exclusive films that you've never seen that aren't on our other channels, on our YouTube channel, and also posts and other things, sneak previews. We dropped this film, the first half of it, a little week early over there for people to take a look at it. So that's what we're doing. We're giving away to, if you're already a supporter over on the Gritty Stealthy community, you're already entered to win the backpack. But anyone else that signs up, you are too. And we're going to pick a lucky winner at the end of the month. So August 1st. So check that out. We want to say thank you to everyone. Am I forgetting something?
No, I think we got it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Before we, yeah, I think we got it. Before we go, though, I did want to just, Brent, what did you think of the film? You got to play with the raw, like you saw the whole thing, but what do you think? Because it's pretty vertical.
Yeah,
we
steep.
Got into the wolf.
Steep. It's cool to be on the back end and the editing on these sides of things, because I get to see some of the weird things that you try to do. Like, there's a lot of new gear that was used on this hunt. You know, a lot of new camera gear and stuff. And you can see from the beginning of the hunt, you trying to use the new gear, and you at the end use the new gear, and it's completely different. I mean, like, the shots are steadier. I don't know if we want to talk about your sweet new gear that you got, but...
Well, I'm always trying to improve both our edits and our production, but also improve our what we capture outside. And yeah, there was new microphones, new cameras, new lenses, new stuff. You know,
and it's not like the stuff's new. It's just you just don't normally take it because it's heavy.
There's that too.
You're talking about pounds you're bringing extra for these kinds of things.
Yeah.
But as you guys can see, I think this video probably has some of the best filming in it, I think.
I don't know.
I think it's up there.
Well, it's definitely got...
It has a different feel to it.
It took a lot of editing, though, because when you're using gimbals and things like that and you've never used them, like you haven't got a lot of skill in them, there's a lot of like bouncing around and camera angles everywhere and audio cuts out. And
it's
we
a
lost
harsh learning curve.
Yeah, lots of stuff where Ryan's whispering and then it's just static. And we're like, oh, man, that was a really cool moment. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's gone. It's just not. It's just
a bummer.
It's just static. So that sort of thing happened to us a lot as we were.
There were
working
some really cool scenes where Brian's filming it and boom, and getting the shot, and it's looking gorgeous, and there's no audio to go along with it.
By the time,
and there's like several minutes of Ryan's floating head just sitting there mouthing words.
Yeah. By the time we finish this hunt and we move on to hunting with Mark Livesey with the llamas, which is 4 episodes away, 3-4 episodes from
a
now.
month. It's dialed.
We're
totally
better.
Different.
We're better. By the time I get to Alaska, it's really good. Same with Brad, and we're learning as we go. But we really hope you're enjoying what we're producing. We would love any feedback, comments, things you're liking, things you're not liking. Throw it in the comments. We'd love to.
Positive only. Positive only. No dislikes.
I do like constructive criticism. Like, I want to learn, I want to get better, and I want to know what you guys really, things you really like that we do. We can keep doing more of that or whatever, you know. So that's where we're at. But yeah, it's been a fun ride. We got Brad Hunt came on this hunt, and he's working with us now quite a bit, filming, and he's on board with the Gritty team now. So it's been nice to have another cameraman. And so you can see in this film, there's two guys running cameras, and it makes it a little easier, quite a bit easier, because it's not just all on me to capture it all. So it's pretty cool. But it was fun. Adam Weatherby is a funny dude. And
I liked Adam.
And
Adam was a great addition.
Pleasure to have in camp. It was a cool group of guys because, you know, Ryan, Brad, Adam, myself, like, we're all pretty game for whatever.
You want to see my Adam Weatherby impression?
What is that? Like, hold
on the boat.
On the boat.
that scene's not as funny the first time you see it because you can't see it as well.
Well, you can zoom in. It's a bit sketchy trying to cross those rivers in the rafts.
Well, when you went across it, it wasn't that high, right?
Yeah, it just kept rising as the snow melted on the hot days, but then it would cool off and then the water will drop. And that's just typical of spring runoff
so it's kind of
during
got
bear season.
High and low tides.
Yeah, like Adam said, you go across and it's rising by the minute. And so when you come back, it's like raging torrent. And you're like, oh, it's getting a little sketchy today. And then if you come back in the evening, the snow is melted all day long. And so it's worse than when you try to come back in the mornings.
Huh.
Because
wouldn't have thought about that. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, calm down.
Yeah, overnight you get temp drops, and then you got less melt just of snow just hitting the rivers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
And the water is cold. So cold. But yeah, we really needed to have each our own raft. And I like the caribou option, or even for just crossing a river, a raft we didn't mention in this film, which is a 3-pound raft, and it's just the basic that alpaca raft
is it the
sells.
classic?
I don't remember. You go there and find the lightest weight raft there is, and that's the one. And it'll carry you and your pack across, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like 3 pounds. It's nothing special, you know, but you're just crossing.
Back.
Yeah. The caribou is more versatile. So if you can only buy one raft, you probably buy the caribou. But if you want to be floating out an elk or something like that, you need a mule at the least, I think.
And if you want to save money, you can use code GRITTY.
You can use the code GRITTY. We dropped a whole bunch of things you can use the code GRITTY on, from mountain ops to stealthy nutrition to alpaca rafts and initial ascent packs. And just go to the links below. Every little bit helps. So that's it. I think. Yeah. Leave a comment and all that stuff. And we're going to do these giveaways. Thanks for tuning in. Stay gritty.